Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and today we're going to do is a really short video that's going to compare just the overall aesthetics and the changes from size, dimensions, and whatnot for the new NVIDIA Shield 2017 that's going to be released in the next 3 days versus the original 2015. Let's go ahead and check it out. Now, one of the things that you can see rather clearly here, just by looking at the set of what you have with the 2015 version and the 2017 version, is the footprint. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at each one of these components, see if anything has changed, highlight those as you consider maybe upgrading, or if this is the first time that you're picking up a 2017 Shield. So the first thing we're going to look at is the remote. So the remotes look very similar. And matter of fact, as you look at them side by side, they're actually the same height. The controls seem to be placed in the exact same area, and they have functionally the same capabilities when it comes to volume control here in the body. When I flip this over, you will notice, however, that the new remote, which is this one right here, is a little bit thicker. It's wider. Actually thicker, just thicker, not wider. So you can see that right there. The other thing that you'll notice at the bottom, it is missing the micro USB charging port, and it's missing the headphone jack. So you're not going to be able to connect the headphone to your remote to be able to listen if you want to do some private listening. You'll notice up here that pretty much everything is the same, except you have this little area right here that I don't know what this is. It almost looks like if it was the micro USB that it was never cut out. But besides that, it is a little bit thicker. Let's switch these around again. This is the new one. This is the old one. And I guess we'll learn more as to why. I have not found out how you can charge this. Maybe this is not something that you have to charge. Maybe there is a long-term battery in it. I don't know yet, but that's something that I'm looking to figure out in the next couple days. Now, next up is the Gamepad. So here are the two Gamepads, and right off the bat, you're going to be able to see the difference. The first generation of the Shield Gamepad isn't really up to standards when it comes to gaming gamepads like those that you find in the PlayStation and then those that you find in the Xbox. So now you go from something that was wide. I don't want to call it clunky, but it was a lot wider, and the weight distribution wasn't really the best, so you could experience some fatigue. Now, you did have to turn this on when you wanted to use it, and you notice you have some volume controls right here. You'll notice here that you have headphone jack and you had your ability to charge, but it has pretty much the standard controls that you'd find in any other gamepad. The problem is that it was a lot heavier. Now, compare that to the new one, and notice the big difference. A lot more like what you find on the PlayStation. You do have here on the bottom your headphone jack, so you can see that there, so you don't lose that. And you do have their micro USB charging port right there. So there you see it right there, and then you see it down there. It feels much better in the hand. It doesn't have the same weight. It's significantly larger, lighter than the predecessor. But the joysticks, everything feels really good in the hand. And the other thing is that while you do have here like a pause or back button here and forward and back control, you can see that right there. The remote doesn't have an on button. As soon as you pick it up, it knows, and it does have that haptic feedback built in. So I think that's another good improvement. Now, the last thing we'll look at are the boxes themselves, and this says it all. Look at the size difference. Significant reduction in size. So put it there right next to each other. So literally, that's probably over almost 2 inches thinner, or from a width perspective, and then probably I don't know, a little bit over 2 inches on the top as well. Much smaller. That was just my finger for measurement, just as a guess. You can see here once again the difference. If you look at the back here, you notice that there are some things missing. So for example, you no longer have that micro SD slot. The power is also, it's also in the same place. You notice that some things changed right here. You have your HDMI and your Ethernet have been swapped. And now you do still have 2 USB ports. They also dropped this other port here. The venting is more or less around the same place. Nothing is available here on the bottom or on the top. As you look on at this side right here, you notice that they still, I would say, they have the same design language. So it's still something that when you see it, you know you have a Shield. So this concludes my physical comparison of the NVIDIA Shield 2015, which you saw on the bottom, and the 2017, which gets released on 1/16. If you have any comments or questions, leave it in the comment area below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking on that icon, and if there's a video over here that you want to check out, please do. Check out the video that I did that's really long. It's about a 30-minute video that you can jump to specific sections, reviewing every aspect of the new Shield, gameplay, Amazon playback, as well as Netflix and also Kodi. Thanks for watching.